Ray in with you as we get set for the championship semifinals. As the Smith Center Lady Red start the day off as they take on the TMP Lady Monarchs in the first game of the day. The Lady Red are 8-1 on the year, 5-0 in league play. The Lady Monarchs 7-2 on the year, 5-0 in league play. As you take a look here, recently the TMP Lady Monarchs won last year 64-52. Smith Center won in the first round last year 47-44, upset the Lady Monarchs. TMP has won 8 of the last 10 meetings, but Smith Center has won 2 of the last 3. As we're going to have the national anthem here, so looks like Plainville is going to be singing that. Of the national anthem as we get set now for our first matchup of the day. Again, the Smith Center Lady Red taking on the TMP Lady Monarchs. As again, the Lady Red have won 2 of the last 3 meetings, but the Lady Monarchs did win the last meeting last year 64-52. So, taking a look now at the starting lineups, first for the TMP Lady Monarchs, they will start number 3, a 5'11" junior, J.C. Von Lintel. They'll also start number 10, a 6' senior, Emily Lane. Number 12, a 5'7" senior, Sophia Baltazar. Also number 22, a 5'8" freshman, Brooke Kenigsman. And number 24, a 5'4" senior, Megan Hamel. For the Smith Center Lady Red, they will be starting number 13, a 5'9" junior, Miley Raby. Number 20, a 5'10" senior, Ashlyn Long. Number 23, a 5'7" sophomore, Dakota Kattenberg. Number 24, a 5'4" sophomore, Cameron Hutchinson. And number 33, a 6' senior, Talon Rentschler. The Lady Monarchs, 7-2 on the year, 5-0 in league play. They are head coached by Rosa McFarland, assisted by Stephanie Howie, Emma Stroner, and David McFarland. They average 48.4 points per game, give up 36.3 points per game. The Lady Red, head coached by Nick Lynn, assisted by Denise Kattenberg. They average 63.3 points per game, give up 34.9 points per game. As we get set here for this matchup, the first championship semifinal of the day. The winner moves on, of course, to the championship tomorrow afternoon. The loser falls to the third place game. We'll also have a coverage of the second girls semifinal for you this evening when the Phillipsburg Lady Panthers take on the Russell Lady Broncos. So plenty of action for you. We had 3 games yesterday from the Stockton Grade School Gym, and we have 3 more today for you from Plainville and Cardinal Gym. As the Lady Red in their home white jerseys, red numbers, and the green trim, they are the number 1 seed in this year's tournament. The TMP Lady Monarchs in those road and navy jerseys with the white numbers and the silver trim. As it will be Lane against Rentschler in the center circle for the jump. There's the whistle. The ball is up, and Rentschler wins the tip, but it goes in the hands of Von Lintel. They pass it off, and the three's on its way. No good. Fighting for the rebound, and Kenigsman comes down with it. And a miscommunication there between the Lady Monarchs. Backcourt violation. First turnover of the game for the TMP Lady Monarchs. As again, they are the number 4 seed in this year's tournament. They beat Hoxie on Tuesday, 42-36 to get to this championship semifinal. For the Lady Red, they defeated Ellis on Monday 54-30. Lady Red basketball. Rentschler finds long underneath for Raby, up off the glass and good. So the Lady Red strike first. Miley Raby gets the first 2 points of the ball game. Great look by Ashlyn Long to find her underneath. As now Long tips that one out of bounds as they were looking underneath. And it was Balthazar with it. Trying to go over the top, but Long able to tip that one out of bounds. Von Lintel has it underneath for Lane. Lane left block up and good. Emily Lane answers the 2. 2-2 with 7:22 left to go here in this first quarter. Kattenberg has it left wing. Inside for Long at the free throw line. Ashlyn loses the handle on it, kicks it back out to Rentschler. Rentschler out front to Kattenberg. Touch pass to Hutchinson between the circles. Cameron going to reset the offense. Finds Kattenberg down to the right wing to Long. Guarded by Von Lintel. Inside for Rentschler at the right block. Talon goes to work inside. No good. Left it just short. Rebound ripped down by Kenigsman. Her second rebound already. Kenigsman works against Hutchinson. Behind the back dribble across the timeline. Down to the free throw line. Picks up her dribble now to Lane. Into the corner to Balthazar. Tipped out and stolen away by Raby. But it's re-stolen by the Lady Monarchs as that was Kenigsman coming up with the steal. As now a miscommunication again between the Lady Monarchs as Raby comes away with another steal. Passes ahead to Kattenberg and going to touch it out of bounds was Balthazar, so will be Lady Red basketball. 6:24 left to go in this first quarter. We're tied at 2 here between the Smith Center Lady Red and the TMP Lady Monarchs. Hutchinson has it left wing, picks up her dribble, backside pass for Rentschler, goes to the basket, no good. Couldn't get it to fall, but she heads to the free throw line. First team foul on the Lady Monarchs. And the first on Brooke Kenigsman. So Rentschler heads to the free throw line, looking for her first points of the ball game. On its way, good on the first one. Talon has her first point. Against Ellis, 4 Lady Red were in double digits. They were led by Gracie Kirchhoff, who had 18, as Rentschler couldn't get the second one to fall. So the Lady Red lead by 1, and it's stolen away again by the Lady Red. As Kattenberg has it, down to the right baseline, picks up her dribble, goes out to the right wing to Rentschler. Talon guarded by Lane, down to the right corner to Kattenberg. Dakota on the dribble out front between the circles to Hutchinson. Under 6 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Lady Red lead by 1. Long has it, down to the right corner, picks up her dribble there, skip pass to Raby left wing. Miley fires up the 3, it's no good. Rebounded though by Hutchinson. Hutchinson inside for Raby, right block off the glass and good. Nice look by Hutchinson to find Raby cutting towards the basket. Second time she's done that here in the first quarter. She's got 4 of the 5 in the Lady Red lead. 5-2. Von Lintel's pass tip. Von Lintel comes back up with it. Now to Hamel. Hamel stolen away by Rentschler. Fourth turnover of the ball game already by the Lady Monarchs. So that should be the 5th turnover as both Raby and Rentschler have 2 steals already. That foul is on Von Lintel, her first. Second Lady Monarch team foul. Von Lintel tips it, but Hutchinson tracks it down. Right side, 5-2. The Lady Red lead by 3. Rentschler gets it underneath. And a 3-second violation on the Lady Red. Their 3rd turnover of the ball game. Full court press put on by the Lady Red. 5-2, the Lady Red lead by 3 with 5:05 left to go in the first quarter. Balthazar has it. Ahead to Kenigsman. She's going to drive in, kicks it out to Von Lintel, right corner. Von Lintel kicks it across to Hamel, left wing. Hamel looks inside for Lane, can't quite get it to her. Balthazar back with it between the circles to Hamel, left wing. Now to Lane, top of the key. They swing it around to Balthazar underneath for Von Lintel. Off the glass and good. Von Lintel has her first 2 points of the ball game, pulls the Lady Monarchs back within 1. It's 5-4, the Smith Center Lady Red lead with 4.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Long with it, 1 dribble out front, looking to pass, looks underneath for Kattenberg, stolen away by Kenigsman. Into the ball game for the Lady Red will be Gracie Kirchhoff. Ashlyn Long going to take a seat. Balthazar inbounds to Hamel. 4:22 left to go in the first quarter. The Smith Center Lady Red lead by 1, 5-4. Lady Monarchs with the basketball as Hamel drives inside, and a blocking call going to be called on the Lady Red. Their first team foul, and the first on Talon Rentschler. 4:13 left to play in the first quarter. The Smith Center Lady Red lead by 1, 5-4. Von Lintel gets the inbounds pass. Gets a screen from Lane, just inside the three-point arc. Good. Von Lintel's got 4, and the Lady Monarchs take a lead, 6-5. Their first lead of the ball game. Hutchinson has it out front for the Lady Red. Kattenberg to Raby, right wing. Out front to Rentschler. Talon puts up the long 2 off the back of the iron, no good. And an over the back going to be called on the Lady Red, their second team foul. Fouls on Gracie Kirchhoff, her first personal. End of the ball game will be Gracie Parsons, and Miley Raby going to take a seat. 3:48 left to go in the first quarter. The TMP Lady Monarchs lead the Smith Center Lady Red at 6-5. Full court pressure by the Lady Red as Hamel has it. Swings it back to Balthazar. Balthazar. Spin move, back to Hamel. Skip pass, tipped and stolen away by Gracie Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff to Hutchinson. Cameron wide open for 3. No good that time. Fighting for the rebound. And Kenigsman comes away with the rebound. Her third already. And then she lost the handle on it out of bounds. Was Balthazar. And a timeout going to be called by Coach McFarland. So with that, 3:24 left to go in the first quarter. The TMP Lady Monarchs lead the Smith Center Lady Red 6-5. We'll be back right after this as you're listening to MCL tournament coverage on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
And on Next Tech Channel 165, the Smith Center Admin YouTube channel. I'd like to thank some of our sponsors. If you'd like to be a sponsor, you can send money to Smith Center Junior Senior High School, 300 Roger Martin Way, Smith Center, Kansas, and we'll put your money to good use. I'd like to thank Shannon Long, Dale and Audrey Seaman, Neil and Karen Herndon, Farron and Laura Hairsnape, Dennis and Judy Schmidt, Dennis and Pam Hutchison, who are right in front of me here. John Overmiller, Berkeley Ken Phelps, Realty One, Sean Phelps from beautiful downtown Smith Center, Mary Ed Skip and Marie Overmiller, and Larry Bob Wilson. Go Lady Red.
Center Lady Red to trail the TMP Lady Monarchs 6-5 with 3:24 left to play here in the first quarter. Hutchinson brings it up the court for the Lady Red. Gives it to Kattenberg. Dakota on the dribble. All the way down to the right corner. Goes out front to Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff back around to Kattenberg. Dakota puts up the 3 over the backboard. No good. As that took a high bounce off the rim. Again, went over the backboard and out of bounds. So, Lady Monarch basketball as Miley Raby comes back in. Dakota Kattenberg going to come in. A little confusion there for the refs, but it looks like we're good to go. Now, Hamel pushes it up the left sideline, right to left on your radio dial, picks up her dribble, ball tip, and Hutchinson comes away with the steal, and then gets called for the double dribble. 3 minutes left to play in the first quarter. TMP leads 6-5 as both teams struggling to keep a hold of the basketball right now. As TMP unofficially 7 turnovers, 5 for the Lady Red. As Von Lintel finds a lane on the right block, picks up her dribble, stolen away by Hutchinson. Cameron may have got away with a walk, but turned it over as Von Lintel comes away with the steal. She'll go down to the left block, kicks it inside for Lane, out to Hamel. They find Balthazar in the left corner for 3, no good. Rebound put back by Lane, no good, and a foul going to be called. Emily Lane with her first rebound of the ball game. Third team foul on the Lady Red. I call that one on Gracie Parsons, her first personal foul. Emily Lane at the free throw line. First one's on its way, no good. 2:37 left to play in the first quarter. TMP leads 6-5 as Hutchinson takes a seat. Kattenberg comes back in. Lane trying to give the Lady Monarchs a 2-point lead and does so with that one. Lane now has 3. And the Lady Monarchs lead 7-5. Raby has it out front. Kirchhoff now has it. They swing it around to Parsons' left wing. Parsons on the dribble, gets a screen from Raby. Gives the ball up to Raby, out front to Kattenberg, inside for Parsons. Parsons underneath the basket, and she's going to be fouled and head to the free throw line. Third team foul on the Lady Monarchs, and that'll be the first on Emily Lane. So Parsons heads to the free throw line. Parsons trying to cut into the lead. Does with the first one. Makes it 7-6 with 2:18 left to go in the first quarter. Into the ball game, Hannah Garcia, a 5'4" junior for the Lady Monarchs, as Hamel takes a seat. Second one's on its way. Good as well for Parsons. That ties things up at 7 apiece with 2:17 left to go in the first quarter. Lane ahead to Garcia. Garcia in the center, in between the circles, to the left wing to Balthazar. Back out front to Von Lintel. Swinging around to Garcia. Inside for Lane on the right baseline. Underneath the basket for Von Lintel. Up and good. Von Lintel's got 6 of the 9. And the TMP Lady Monarchs lead 9-7. Kattenberg has it. Gets the screen from Parsons. Gets it inside for Kirchhoff. Gracie's turnaround shot on the right block. No good. Rebounded by Balthazar. Balthazar brings it quickly up the court. Top of the key. Looks underneath for Lane. Lane kicks it out to Koenigsman. Left corner. Koenigsman drives into the paint. Shot is blocked by Rentschler. Cowan comes up with the rebound. Rentschler passes it ahead. And a fight for the ball is on. Still fighting for the basketball, and Emily Lane comes away with the steal. Then Rentschler comes away with the steal. Gets it ahead to Parsons. To Kattenberg. Right baseline shot is good. 9-9. We're tied back up. Minute 8 left to go here in the first quarter. Balthazar hands it off to Koenigsman. Koenigsman between the circles. Swings it around to Garcia, right wing. Under a minute left to play in the first quarter. Tied at 9. Garcia kicks it out to Koenigsman. Left wing three's on its way. That one no good. Rebounded by Rentschler. Gets it to Kattenberg. Dakota leads the break. Finds Kirchhoff. Just a little bit behind her as Koenigsman tipped it out, or Balthazar tipped it out. Got it back in the hands of Kattenberg. Dakota drives in and good. As that one set on the front of the rim for a moment, but the Lady Red regain a lead 11-9 with 34 seconds left to go in the first. Garcia pushes it quickly up the court to Von Lintel, right corner. Von Lintel skip pass stolen away by Kirchhoff. And then Gracie's momentum going to get her called for the travel, but a great steal by Kirchhoff. As Long comes back in for the Lady Red. Parsons takes a seat. Hamel back in for the Lady Monarchs. Balthazar has it. 23 seconds left to go. Ball tipped, and Kattenberg came up with the steal, and then Coach Lynn not happy on the far sideline, asking for a foul as Emily Lane went diving in there. So Kattenberg inbounds it to Kirchhoff. 16 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Kirchhoff to the left wing and to Long. Ashland looking, still looking. Goes out front to Raby. Miley inside for Kirchhoff behind the defense. Tipped out of bounds with 4 seconds left, and it still is Lady Red basketball. So the Lady Red will inbound it again. Kirchhoff at the free throw line, out to Rentschler. Rentschler around to Raby. Right wing three at the buzzer. Good! Miley Raby has 7 at the end of the first quarter, and the Lady Red lead 14-9. We'll take a timeout and be back with the second quarter of action right after this as you're listening to MCL basketball tournament coverage on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
Well, I bet David and Mary about peed their pants when Miley made that three-pointer. Great job. David and Mary Raby out there in Arizona. Nice sponsors out there. Curtis and Terry Overmiller, Matt and Alicia Brown, Carol and Wilma Berry, Ken and Diane Depperschmidt, Eldine Holtis and the Holtis boys, Eldine, Mike, Mitch, and Lyle, class of 1950, 72, 75, and 81. And Robert Volchek. Pukalek. Thank you for your contribution. Dave and Susie Hudson, artist Kattenberg, and Greg and Tamara Frank, and Gerald and Jenna Bouclair here in the quarter. So Redmen are at wrestling today at Beloit and tomorrow. So if you like that wrestling stuff, go down there to Beloit and watch the wrestling. Then we're going to be having basketball on Tuesday, but tomorrow will determine which game we'll play tomorrow, either the 3 o'clock game or the 6 o'clock game here for the winner. Go, Lady Red.
TMP Lady Monarchs 14-9 after a Miley Raby 3 ended the first quarter. It is Lady Red basketball to start the second quarter. Long has it out front, looking, finds Kattenberg. Underneath, tipped out by Lane, stolen away by Hamel. Again, both teams unable to really hold on to the ball as, Johnny on the spot there, as that one went right through the hands of the Lady Monarchs, but they're going to say it was tipped by one of the Lady Red. So it will remain Lady Monarch basketball. Hamel looks to inbound, goes out front to Balthazar. She's going to drive in. May got away with a double dribble, but got the 2 points to fall. She gets her first points of the ball game, and it makes it 14-11. The Lady Red lead the Lady Monarchs by 3. Kattenberg out front with it. Picks up her dribble, looks inside for Rentschler. Talon goes to work against Lane. Hook shot, no good. Rebounded by Emily Lane. That one looked like it was good, just left it short, though. Balthazar stops and pops on the fast break. Her shot no good. Rebounded underneath by Hamel. Hamel kicks it out front to Garcia around the Balthazar left wing. Balthazar on the dribble, top of the key now, out between the circles. Bounce pass to Hamel left wing. Hamel looking inside, goes out front to Lane, quickly around to Balthazar right wing. Devon Lintel at the right elbow. She dribbles over to the left elbow. Hamel left wing 3, no good. Rebound 5-4, out of bounds. Last touch by the Lady Monarchs. So Lady Red basketball, 6:47 left to go in the first half. Cameron Hutchinson comes back into the ball game. And Gracie Kirchhoff going to take a seat. 6:45 left to go in this first half. The Smith Center Lady Red lead 14-11. Long has it tipped out and almost thrown away by Von Lintel. They are going to say that Von Lintel touched the last as went out of bounds. So Lady Red basketball still. 6:37 left to go in this first half. The Lady Red just avoided their 10th turnover as the Lady Monarchs unofficially 11 turnovers there in that first quarter. As Kattenberg looks inside for Rentschler. And Garcia going to come away with the steal. They get it inside for Lane, and she's going to be fouled. She'll head to the free throw line. 4th team foul on the Lady Red. And it will be on Dakota Kattenberg, her first. So Lane back at the free throw line. She went 1 of 2 from the line in that first quarter. Looking to cut the lead down. And does so with the first one. Lane now has 4 points. And it makes it 14-12, the Smith Center Lady Red lead. With 6:23 left to go in the first half. Lane hits the second one as well. She now has 5 points. Makes it 14-13 with 6:20 left to go in the first half. Kattenberg has it for the Lady Red right wing. Picks up her dribble. Gives it to Raby. They swing around to Hutchinson. Hutchinson between the circles. Back around to Raby left wing. Miley fires up another 3. This time can't get it to fall. And Von Lintel comes down with the rebound. Von Lintel ahead to Hamel. Hamel down to the left wing. Back out front to Von Lintel. She'll fire up the 3. Good! Von Lintel has 9 of the 16, and the TMP Lady Monarchs regain a lead, 16-14. Turnover by the Lady Red. They're 11th. Both teams struggling to hold on to the basketball in this ballgame so far. Unofficially, both teams with 11 turnovers already here in the first half. 5:49 left to go in this first half, and the TMP Lady Monarchs lead 16-14 as Hutchinson takes a seat. So it's Rentschler, Kirchhoff, Raby, Long, and Kattenberg for the Lady Red. Von Lintel with it inside for Emily Lane. Left blocked by Kattenberg, picked up by Lane, and this time it goes out of bounds. Great defensive effort by Dakota Kattenberg that time. Stood tall and did not move, so she couldn't get called for a foul that time, and the Lady Red will have the basketball. So, Lady Red basketball as Kirchhoff swings around the long left wing. 5:20 left to go. They get it inside for Kattenberg. Kattenberg left block off the glass and good. Dakota's got 6. And it ties things back up at 16 all with 5:10 left to go in the first half. A foul going to be called on the Lady Red. Their 5th team foul, the 2nd on Gracie Kirchhoff. 5:10 left to go in the first half. We're tied at 16. Hamel calls out the offense as she crosses over the timeline. Goes out front to Emily Lane, picked up there by Rentschler. Now to Von Lintel. Von Lintel thought about the three. Now she's on the dribble out front. Picks up her dribble to Hamel. Hamel letting the offense work. She drives all the way inside. Underneath the basket, shot no good. Rebounded by Kirchhoff. Gracie outlets ahead to Raby. Raby, backside pass for Kattenberg. Led her just a little too much as Dakota couldn't quite come up with that one. Right idea, but Dakota just couldn't quite hold on to that pass as it goes out of bounds. Maybe something the Lady Red want to look at as they got on the fast break once again, 2-on-1. They've been able to do that a couple times as Lane looks backside for Von Lintel. Touch pass to Garcia, up and good. What a great play by J.C. Von Lintel to find Garcia on the backside. Her first points of the ball game, and it's now 18-16. Kirchhoff has it to Rentschler. Talon, backside pass for Kattenberg. Left corner, 3 for Dakota, too hard. No good. Rebound put back by Long, and she'll head to the free throw line. Fourth team foul on the TMP Lady Monarchs and the second on J.C. Von Lintel. 4:16 left to go in the first half. The TMP Lady Monarchs lead, 18-16. Long misses the first one. Jessica Herman into the ball game. She's a 5'9 senior. Von Lintel takes a seat with those two fouls. 4:16 left to go in the first half. TMP leads by 1, 18-16. Second one for Long again, no good. Rebounded by Herman. Lady Monarchs get the ball ahead to Balthazar. She skips it to Garcia. Garcia down the left baseline. Dribbles back out left wing. Out front to Balthazar. 4:04 left to play in the first half. TMP with a 2-point lead, 18-16. Hamel has it between the circles to Herman. They swing it to Balthazar underneath for Long, or for Lane. Lane back out to Balthazar. She drives inside. Met by Rentschler and right into Talon's hands. They get it ahead to Kattenberg. Kattenberg with it. To the right wing to Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff inside for Rentschler. Talon, turnaround shot in the paint. Good. Talon gets her first field goal of the ball game. She now has 3 points, and the Lady Red regain a 1-point lead, 19-18. 3:25 left to go in the first half. Balthazar has it left wing. Stops and pops for a 3. Buries it. Balthazar has 5 points. And the Lady Monarchs regain a 2-point lead, 21-19. Rentschler fires up the deep 3, just off the front of the iron, no good. Rebounded by Hamel. Hamel pushes it up. 3:03 left to go in this first half. Garcia on the dribble, working against Raby. Drives all the way in, left block, left it just short. Rebound, tracked down by Emily Lane. They look inside for Lane. She gets the tip pass. Ball is up, and again, no good. Rebound put back by Herman, good. And now the Lady Red call a timeout as they trail 23-19 with 2:41 left to go in this first half. We'll take a timeout with them. You're listening to MCL Basketball Tournament coverage on KQMA on the World Wide Web.
And on Next Tech Channel 165 of the Smith Center Redmen YouTube channel. Hope you all enjoy what you're watching here. The Lady Red working pretty hard here against a tough TMP Marion girls team. So we'll see how this all turns out. I'd like to thank some more sponsors. Dennis and Kathy Hansen, Bob and Cindy Wagner, P&G Computers, Greg and Polly Oldman. If you get a new computer and need your stuff moved, give them a call. Or if you just need some work done to make it work better, give Greg or Peggy Oldman a call. 3rd Street Design, Kathy McCary. Thank you for your contributions. Go Lady Red.
Lead 23-19. Lady Red basketball out of the timeout. Gracie Kirchhoff brings it up the court, looking to Coach Lynn. Calls out the offense, and Kirchhoff to the left wing to Long. Long looking inside. And now finds Kattenberg right side. And Dakota going to get called for a travel. Unofficially 13th turnover of the ballgame for the Lady Red. 2:27 left to go. And TMP leads 23-19 here in the first half. Kenigsman gets the inbounds pass up the right sideline, crosses over between the circles. Bounce pass to Lane at the left elbow. Gets a screen blocked by Long into the hands of Rentschler. Kattenberg pushes it up the court, drives all the way in, right block off the glass and good. What a great take by Dakota. She's got 8 points, and the Lady Red cut the lead down to 2, 23-21. Great take that time by Dakota Kattenberg. Didn't let the defense slow her down or distract her as one of the Lady Monarchs tried to draw the charge, fell to the ground right in front of Dakota before she could get that shot in, and now Dakota tips that one out, but could not track it down before it went out of bounds, so it will be TMP basketball. Minute 51 left to go in the first half. The Lady Monarchs a lead at 23-21 over the Lady Red. Inside goes the basketball, stolen away by Rentschler. Talon's already got 5 steals as Kirchhoff has it. She drives in, left block off the glass, too hard, no good. Rebound, fought for, still fighting for it. Jump ball called, Lady Monarch basketball. As Kirchhoff and Lane got tied up that time. A minute 38 left to play in the first half. The TMP Lady Monarchs lead 23-21. Balthazar to Hamel. Hamel brings it up the court between the circles. Sets things up with a minute and a half left to go. They find Lane out front. Now they swing it around to Herman, down to the right side to Balthazar. Balthazar fakes right, goes left, out front to Hamel. Hamel barks out orders, now gives it back to Balthazar. Out front to Herman, they swing it around to Hamel, left wing. Hamel looking inside for Lane. Now goes out front to Kenigsman. Back to the right wing to Balthazar goes the basketball. Lane, top of the key. Quickly to Kenigsman, left wing. Kenigsman out front to Hamel. Hamel going to put up the 3. Good. Hamel's first points of the ball game now makes it 26-21. The TMP Lady Monarchs lead. 45 seconds left to go in the first half. Long has it right wing. She drives down to the baseline. Runner, no good. Rebounded by Emily Lane. Lane to Hamel. Hamel calls out the offense with 30 seconds left to go in the first half. The Lady Monarchs with the basketball. Herman has it out front. Swings it to Balthazar. Back out to Kenigsman. 15 seconds left to Hamel. Hamel inside, tipped out by Ashlyn Long. Rentschler has the basketball now. Raby lost a handle on it, gets it to Rentschler. Rentschler ahead to Long, half court, and couldn't get the shot off before the buzzer. So at halftime, the TMP Lady Monarchs take a lead, 26-21. We'll take a timeout and be back to wrap up the first half right after this as you're listening to MCL basketball tournament coverage on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
All right, I'll do 2 minutes.
The timeout when we come back. The second half, as you're listening to MCL basketball tournament coverage on KQMA and the World Wide Web. To Cardinal Gym, Jesse Ray with you as we get set for the second half. The TMP Lady Monarchs lead the Smith Center Lady Red at 26-21. As a quick rundown here for you, once again, the TMP Lady Monarchs have 9 points from J.C. Von Lintel. Also 2 points from Hannah Garcia, 5 for Emily Lane, 5 for Sophia Baltazar, 3 for Megan Hamel, and 2 for Jessica Herman. For the Lady Red, it is 7 for Miley Raby, 2 for Gracie Parsons, 8 for Dakota Kattenberg, and 3 for Talon Rentschler. As it is a Lady Red basketball. Kattenberg has it out to Raby. They swing it around to Hutchinson, right wing. Out front to Long, down to Raby, left wing. She looks inside, goes out front to Kattenberg. Kattenberg swings around to Long, right wing. Back out front to Hutchinson, to Rentschler. Rentschler looks inside for Long. Long across the baseline to Kattenberg. Kattenberg drives in, layup no good, rebounded by Hutchinson. Back around to Rentschler for 3, no good, too hard, and Hutchinson can't save it from going out of bounds. So the Lady Monarchs with the basketball and a 26-21 lead. Koenigsman has it out front to Balthazar. Bounce past the lane, right wing, down to the right corner to Hamel. She'll fire up a 3. Good!
Hamel for 3.
Hamel now has 6 points. Hutchinson has it out front. They swing it down to Long, out front to Rentschler. Talon, top of the key, down to the baseline to Raby. Miley underneath the basket, up under and good. Miley's got 9. And the Lady Red trail by 6, 29-23. Hamel has it, left wing to Koenigsman. Out front to Balthazar, to Von Lintel, right wing. Down to the right corner to Hamel. To the right baseline to Lane. Out front to Koenigsman. Back around to Balthazar. Top of the key to Koenigsman. Around to Von Lintel, left wing. Pump fake, drives in, left baseline. Too hard, no good. Rebound, fought for. Rentschler comes down with it. Talon outlets ahead to Hutchinson. Kattenberg ahead to Rentschler, left wing. Back out front to Kattenberg. Inside for Kattenberg. Hutchinson found her at the right block. Shot is up and good. 10 points for Dakota. And the Lady Red lead, or trail, 29-25. And now Von Lintel hits a three. She's got 12 points. Makes it 32-25. Hutchinson has it to the right wing to Long. Inside for Hutchinson. Cameron goes in. Can't get it to fall, but she'll head to the free throw line. First foul of the second half on the Lady Monarchs. Fouls on Megan Hamel, her first. Hutchinson getting set. First one, no good. .5:29 left to go in the third quarter. 32-25. The Lady Monarchs lead as Hutchinson gets that one to fall. And a timeout going to be called as the Lady Monarchs lead at 32-26. Timeout called. We'll keep this one here as it's just a 30-second timeout. As again, the Lady Monarchs, or Lady Red outscored the Lady Monarchs 14-9 in the first quarter. The Lady Monarchs then outscored the Lady Red in the second quarter 17-7 and led 26-21 at halftime. Lady Monarchs now lead at 32-26 as they have 12 points from J.C. Von Lintel, 2 from Hannah Garcia. It's 5 for Emily Lane, 5 for Sophia Balthazar, 6 for Megan Hamel, and 2 for Jessica Herman. For the Lady Red, they have 9 points for Miley Raby. Also 1 point in there for Cameron Hutchinson. And 2 for Dakota Kattenberg here in the third quarter so far. She's got 10 overall. The only Lady Red in double digits right now. As Hamel has it right wing. Again, the Lady Monarchs lead 32-26. Hamel right wing with it, looking inside. Goes out to Balthazar, right wing. Top of the key to Lane. Lane looking, finds Hamel. Hamel looks inside for Von Lintel, gets it to her right block, inside for Lane. Left it short, no good. Tipped out by Rentschler, right in the hands of Kinnigsman for 3, no good. Rebounded by Dakota Kattenberg. Dakota leads the break ahead to Hutchinson. Hutchinson backs out to Long. Ashlyn looking. Gives it down to the right corner to Kattenberg. Dakota drives in, picks up her dribble. Underneath for Hutchinson, tipped out. Fight for the basketball is on, and the jump ball going to be called. It will be a TMP basketball. 4:37 left to go in the first half. The TMP Lady Monarchs lead 32-26. So the Lady Monarchs have it. Out front to Balthazar. Down to the right wing to Kinnigsman. Tough defense by Hutchinson as Kinnigsman drives in, picks up her dribble in the right corner. Now to Hamel. Inside for Von Lintel. Into Lane, cutting towards the basket. Good. Lane's got 7 now. As Raby drives in, kicked out by Emily Lane. 4:05 left to go in the third. The Smith Center Lady Red trail the TMP Lady Monarchs 34-26. Kattenberg to inbound for the Lady Red. Goes into Long. Long looking. Around to Rentschler. Back down to Kattenberg in the right corner. Picks up her dribble. Out to Long, right side. Skip past to Hutchinson, left wing. 3 for Cameron. No good this time. Rebounded by Balthazar. Balthazar ahead to Lane in the left corner. Out front to Kinnigsman. Kinnigsman spots up for 3. That one no good. Rebounded by Long, and a foul going to be called on Von Lintel. Her third personal foul. Second Lady Monarch team foul. Gracie Kirchhoff into the ball game for the Lady Red. Cameron Hutchinson takes a seat. And in for the Lady Monarchs is Jessica Herman. And J.C. Von Lintel takes a seat with those fouls. 3 fouls. Kirchhoff brings it up the court to Raby. Another turnover for the Lady Red, unofficially their 15th of the ball game. 34-26, the TMP Lady Monarchs lead. 3:27 left to go in the third quarter. Bounce pass to Lane. Lane at the free throw line, lost the handle on it. And fight for the basketball is on. Kattenberg comes away with the steal. Kattenberg inside for Raby, off the glass and good. Miley's got 11. Makes it 34-28. The Smith Center Lady Red trail with 2:57 left to go in the third quarter. They swing around to Hamel, left side, inside for Lane, underneath the basket, no good, and rebounded by Kattenberg. Kattenberg to Kirchhoff, ahead to too long, they kick it out to Raby, right corner, Miley spots up for three, left that one short, fighting for the rebound, Dakota couldn't quite come up with it, and they're going to say tipped out, and last touch by the Lady Red. 2:38 left to go in the third quarter. The TMP Lady Monarchs lead the Smith Center Lady Red 34-28. Hamel ahead to Koenigsman, left side. Koenigsman looking, guarded by Kirchhoff, out front to Lane. They swing it around to Hamel, right wing. Back out top of the key to Balthazar. Three on its way, no good. Rebounded by Rentschler. Talon's got 5 rebounds now. She passes ahead to Kattenberg. Kattenberg up to Raby, no good. As Koenigsman may have got a hand on it, and then a foul going to be called. Foul is on Koenigsman, her second personal foul. Third Lady Monarch team foul. Koenigsman takes his seat. Garcia comes in for the Lady Monarchs. Gracie Parsons in for the Lady Red. As long inbounds to Rentschler. Talon spots up for three. Good! That pulls the Lady Red within 3. 34-31. 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Hamel has it out front in the center circle. Down to the right elbow to Herman. Herman working against Long, and Ashland picks her pocket there, comes away with the steal, and the Lady Red take it back to right to left on your radio dial. Rentschler has the left corner. Dribbles all the way to the free throw line. A backside pass for Kirchhoff, up and good. What a great look by Talon. Rentschler to find Kirchhoff. Gracie got the basket to fall, and the Lady Red pull within one, 34-33. A minute 32 left to go in the third quarter. We'll take a timeout as the Smith Center Lady Red cut the lead down to 1. You're listening to MCL basketball tournament coverage on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
And on Next Tech Channel 165 is Smith Center Redman YouTube channel. Some more of our sponsors I'd like to thank: James and Carol Wolf, Bob and Wanda Dietz, Bob and Cindy Wagner, Jim Kirshner, the People's Bank, Laura Burgess, Perry and Kendra Disman and family. Thank you for your contributions. Go Lady Red.
Center somewhere. Left to go in the third quarter. The Lady Red of Smith Center have cut the lead down to 1. It's 34-33. As Lady Monarchs have the basketball. They have it to Garcia, left side. Down to the left corner to Hamel. Inside for Lane on the left baseline. Underneath the basket. Kicks it out front to Hamel. Hamel back out front to Balthazar. Balthazar working against Kirchhoff. They swing it back to Hamel left side. Now hand it off to Herman out front. Down to the left elbow to Lane. Lane goes to work against Rentschler, and they're going to give Talon a foul, her second personal foul. That's the first team foul for the Lady Red here in this second half. So the Lady Monarchs will inbound the basketball. Lady Monarchs with it out front is Garcia. Garcia bounce pass tipped out by Rentschler. And then a jump ball going to be called. Lady Red basketball as Rentschler forced that one as she got her hands on it, tipped the ball, and then Kirchhoff got her hands on it to force that the jump ball call. 54 seconds left to go. Refs kind of letting them play here. We've seen that a couple times where both teams are able to hit the court, and fans think it might be a foul, but the refs don't call it that as Kirchhoff has it out front to Raby. Miley puts up the three, left it short, no good. Rebounded by Long. Ashland underneath for Parsons. Parsons underneath the basket. Counted! She's going to the line for an and one. Fourth team foul on the TMP Lady Monarchs, and Gracie Parsons gives the Lady Red back a 1-point lead, 35-34. Foul is on Megan Hamel, her second. So Parsons at the free throw line, trying to extend the Lady Red lead. It's on its way. That one no good. Rebounded by Hamel. Hamel quickly up the court to Garcia in the left corner. She dribbles up to the left wing. Passes it off. Now to Balthazar. Back to Hamel, left side. Out front to Herman. Herman back to Garcia. Quickly to Hamel between the circles. 16 seconds left in the third quarter. The Smith Center Lady Red lead by 1, 35-34. Herman has a right elbow. Looking to pass off. Does so to Balthazar. She'll put up the three, and it's good. 2 seconds. Parsons gets it to Raby, and the Lady Monarchs lead 37-35 at the end of 3. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back with the fourth quarter, as it is going to be an exciting one here right after this, as you're listening to MCL basketball tournament coverage on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
And on Next Tech Channel 165, this is Center Redmen YouTube channel. Some more of our sponsors I'd like to thank are Cecil and Jerry Lambert, Marilyn Lytle, Mike and LaDonna Weltner, Marilyn Sear, David and Denise Kattenberg, and Dakota and Dominic, Tim and Dana Weltner, and Declan Drake, Darius and Divi, Dennis and Kathy Anson, and Michael and Diana Weiss. Thank you for your contribution to make good things happen here for Lady Red. And Lady Red will be in Hill City on Tuesday, and then they will be in home next Friday. So come on out to see Red Men and Lady Red play at home or away. Go Lady Red.
They had it, so whatever. And welcome back to Cardinal Gym. Jesse Ray with you. At the end of 3 quarters, the TMP Lady Monarchs lead. Ball goes out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by the Lady Red. So TMP basketball. So Balthazar inbound, tipped in right into the hands of Von Lintel. She'll go up and make the basket. She's got 14. And the Lady Monarchs now lead 39-35. Rentschler has it, left wing, skip pass to Kirchhoff, back out front to Long. They get it to Raby, right wing, inside for Kattenberg, off the glass, it's good. Dakota's got 12. TMP basketball. They get it out front to Lane. Inside for Von Lintel, left block, turnaround shot, this time no good. Rebound, fought for, goes out of bounds. And it will be a Lady Red basketball. Gracie Parsons back in. And Ashlyn Long going to take a seat. Garcia takes a seat for TMP. And Koenigsman back in. So, Lady Red basketball. As Rentschler skip pass to Kirchhoff. Ball up for grabs. Rentschler bounces it off. Lane hits the floor. And Hamel comes away with the steal. Now stolen away by Rentschler. Talon up and good. Talon's got 8. And the Lady Monarchs and the Lady Red tied up again at 39 all. And a foul going to be called here on the Lady Red. That's their second team foul of the second half. Foul is on to Talon, her third personal foul. As Hamel's first one is good. She now has 7 points. Second one, no good. Rebounded by Lane. Balthazar kicks it out front to Koenigsman. Kingsman going to reset the offense. So, Lady Monarchs with it. Von Lintel has it at the left elbow, hands it off to Hamel. Hamel going to get called for the travel. Garcia comes back in. Hamel going to take a seat. 40-39, the TMP Lady Monarchs lead by 1 as 6:09 left to go in this fourth quarter. As Rentschler has it left wing. Picks up her dribble and stolen away by Garcia, but she's going to go out of bounds. Just under 6 minutes left to play in the ball game. The TMP Lady Monarchs lead by 1, 40-39. Raby with it, out front to Rentschler between the circles. Talon drives inside, cut off at the baseline. Go back out front to Kirchhoff. Tip pass into the hands of Raby. Raby works against Garcia down to the right corner. Inside for Kattenberg. Kattenberg turnaround jumper. Count the basket. Dakota's going to the line for an and one. 14th points on the ball game for Dakota Kattenberg. And the Lady Red regain a 1-point lead, 41-40. 15 foul on the Lady Monarchs. And the third on Brooke Kingsman. It's up. And no good. Rebound fought for. Rentschler saves it in, and Kirchhoff comes down with it. Then the ball goes out of bounds, and the Lady Monarchs will take it back the other way. So the great effort by Talon was for nothing pretty much there, as that one ended up going back out of bounds anyway, as the Lady Monarchs have it, but the Lady Red have regained the 1-point lead, 41-40. As Balthazar has it. Von Lintel lost the handle on it. Kirchhoff saved it in. Rentschler comes away with it. And a foul going to be called on the Lady Monarchs. Their 16th foul. Hannah Garcia picks up her first personal foul. Kirchhoff to Rentschler, left wing. Talon inside for Parsons, just through Gracie's hands. Right idea by Talon, as Gracie had the backside all to herself, as nobody saw her back there, but just couldn't quite hold on to that one. 5 minutes left to go. The Lady Red lead by 1, 41-40. Kingsman with it, out front to Balthazar. Fires up the three over the backboard and out of bounds. So, Lady Red basketball. 4:47 left to go, and the Smith Center Lady Red lead the TMP Lady Monarchs 41-40. Kirchhoff brings it up the court for the Lady Red. Picks up her dribble out front. Now to Raby, down to the left corner to Rentschler. Talon on the dribble, picks it up, and a jump ball going to be called Lady Red basketball. As looks like Parsons going to inbound for the Lady Red. Parsons looking, still looking. Goes in, tipped, and Kirchhoff somehow came away with it and caught the basket to fall. Gracie's got 4 points in the Lady Red and now lead by 3, 43-40. How Gracie Kirchhoff got that shot off and somehow got it to go is beyond me, as she was completely underneath the basket. Now she tips it out of bounds, and it will remain TMP basketball. But Gracie was underneath the basket, surrounded by TMP players, still somehow got the shot off and got it to fall on to give the Lady Red the lead. 43-40. This ball goes out of bounds, and one ref is trying to say that, there we go, as at first he signaled that it was TMP basketball, but then he signals the other way because no Lady Red touched that one. So Lady Red basketball, as Miley Raby will inbound in front of the Lady Monarch bench. Abel back into the ball game for the Lady Monarchs. Kirchhoff has it, top of the key. Swings it left wing to Parsons. Parsons on the dribble. Looking. Goes inside for Rentschler. Talon's shot is up, no good. And then it's tipped out of bounds and there will be a Lady Red basketball. 4:03 left to go. Smith Center leads 43-40. Kattenberg to inbound for the Lady Red. Goes in, right corner to Kirchhoff. Out front to Rentschler. Talon, deep three here. Almost got that one to fall. Rebounded by Kirchhoff, and then going to be blocked out of bounds by Lane. Last touch, though, by the Lady Red. (43-40). The Smith Center Lady Red lead by 3. Trying to hold on to the lead and win this one to move on to the championship tomorrow evening. Hamel with it. Now to Von Lintel. They kick it out to Kenigsman, left wing. Kenigsman out front to Hamel. 3:40 and counting left to go. Von Lintel with it now at the right elbow. Takes one dribble, gives it to Kenigsman. Kenigsman drives in. Right block off the glass and good. Kenigsman has her first points of the ball game. Makes it 43-42. The Smith Center Lady Red continue to lead by 1. Parsons gets it. Right block. Works against Von Lintel. Shot is up and good for Gracie Parsons. Gracie's got 6. Lane gets it inside, and she answers the 2. Lane's got 9. 3 minutes left to go in the ball game. The Smith Center Lady Red lead by 1, 45-44. Kattenberg inside, tipped out by Von Lintel, and it will remain the Lady Red basketball. With 2:56 left to go, Smith Center continues to lead by 1, 45-44. Kattenberg looking, goes in, and Raby can't track it down. Nineteenth turnover of the game for the Lady Red. So, the inbounds pass goes out of bounds and goes back into the hands of the TMP Lady Monarchs, with the Smith Center Lady Red only leading by 1, 45-44, 2:45 left to go in this ballgame. Von Lintel, top of at the free throw line to Lane, no good. A rebound put back by Von Lintel. Count the basket, she'll head to the free throw line for an and 1. Von Lintel's got 16. So, fouls on a Kirchhoff. Her third personal. Von Lintel hits the and 1 attempt. She's got 17 and a timeout called. We'll take one with them. You're listening to MCL basketball tournament coverage on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
And the next section, 165. I'd like to thank Terry Long for doing the camera work here and kind of keeping my stuff together, and also to Jesse Ray for doing the play-by-play stuff here. Always does a great job. And I'd like to thank some folks for Raymond's for helping me tote, and Randy Orr for helping me tote stuff the last few days. So thank you, everybody, for making good things happen here for Lady Red and Redmond. Like I said, we'll be in Hill City on Tuesday, taking in the Ringnecks or Ready Ringnecks, and then next Saturday or Friday, I don't recall, but it's at home. So go Lady Red, go Redmond.
The Lady Red outscored the Lady Monarchs 14-11 to pull within 2. And now both teams have scored 10 points here in the fourth quarter. For the Lady Red, Rentschler, Long, Kattenberg, Raby, and Kirchhoff. For the Lady Monarchs, Lane, Von Lintel, Hamel, Balthazar, and Kenigsman. Lady Red basketball out of the timeout. They'll go right to left on your radio dial. Raby will inbound for the Lady Red, does so to Kirchhoff. About three-quarter court press by the Lady Monarchs, but not a tough press that time. So Kirchhoff has it out front, calling out the offense now to Rentschler. Talon drives in, kicks it out to the long right wing. Ashland puts up the 3, no good. Rebound put back by Kirchhoff, good! Gracie's speed too much sometimes for the opponents, as that time that's what she used as they tried to box her out, but she got right around them, got the rebound and the putback, and ties things up 47-all. Lane goes to work at the right block, kicks it out front. Balthazar 3, left that one short, rebounded by Von Lintel. Von Lintel to Balthazar, no good, rebounded by Rentschler. She falls to the ground. Balthazar got the handle on it, threw it right into the Lady Monarch bench. as Talon slow to get up as Dakota helped her up. Looks like cramping up a little bit there for Talon as she's working on that left calf. So looking like Talon may just be cramping up a little bit here as she hasn't come out of the game yet. So she very well could be as the Lady Red have the basketball trying to rebuild their lead. Kattenberg out front to Rentschler. Talon looking, letting the offense work. Out front, hands it off to Kirchhoff. Gracie has it, back to Rentschler, left wing. Rentschler looking, goes out to Raby. Back out front to Kattenberg. Dakota gets a screen from Raby, now to Long. Looked for Raby underneath, hits the goal though, and it's picked up by Balthazar. So the Lady Monarchs with the basketball trying to get the lead back with 1:15 left to go in the ball game. Balthazar has it inside for Von Lintel, up and count the basket. Von Lintel is going back to the line for an and one. 14 foul on the Lady Red. This one's going to be on Ashlyn Long, her first. Parsons comes in. Long going to take a seat. So Von Lintel looking for point number 20 and trying to give the Lady Monarchs a 3-point lead with 1:10 left to play. The winner moves on to the championship. The loser falls to the third place game. Von Lintel's free throw, good. She's got 20, and the Lady Monarchs lead by 3, 50-47, 1:08 left to play. Raby with the ball out front between the circles, gets a screen from Kirchhoff, down to the left wing. Raby still on the dribble, now swings around to Rentschler, right wing three for Talon, good! Talon ties things up. Talon's got 11, and the Lady Red tie things up at 50. 45 seconds left to go. TMP with the basketball. It's Kenigsman with it left wing. Out front to Von Lintel. Bounce pass to Hamel right wing. Inside for Lane at the right block. Picks up her dribble now. Passes back out to Hamel. 33 seconds left to play. Hamel guarded by Raby on the dribble now. Behind the back dribble, top of the key. Picks it up now. Looking to pass off, and Coach McFarland calls a timeout. 25 seconds left to go in this ball game, and we're tied at 50. We'll be back with the final 25 seconds right after this as you're listening to MCL basketball tournament coverage on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
Well, hopefully we'll be back here tomorrow late in the afternoon and not early in the afternoon. Tough matchup here between Lady Red and the Lady Monarchs of TMP Marion. Hope you all enjoy what you're watching. If you'd like to help us out, you can send money to Smith Center Junior, Senior High School, 300 Roger Barnaway, Smith Center, Kansas, 66967. We'll put your money to good use. Thank you all for contributing in the past, and do the good things go.
Championship semifinals day here for the Mid-Continent League Tournament. The first game of the day, it is a great one already, 50-50. The Smith Center Lady Reds tied with the TMP Lady Monarchs. It will be Lady Monarch basketball out of the timeout as Rentschler, Kirchhoff, Parsons, Kattenberg, and Raby for the Lady Red. Again, going to be Lane out there. We see Hamel out there. So there's the whistle. Now we're ready to go. 25 seconds left to play. Looking for the trip to the championship as Hamel has it out front. Dribbles back out, guarded by Raby. Down to Kenigsman. Kenigsman looking. She's guarded by Kirchhoff. Goes out front to Lane. They swing around to Hamel. 12 seconds left. Out front to Balthazar. She fires up the three. It's short. Put back by Von Lintel's good though. Von Lintel's got 22. Raby puts it up at the buzzer. No good. And that's going to do it. The TMP Lady Monarchs defeat the Smith Center Lady Red 52-50. And the Lady Red fall to the third place game. The Lady Monarchs move on to the championship. And we'll be back to wrap up this one right after this as you're listening to MCL basketball tournament coverage on KQMA on the World Wide Web.
So Lady Red will play tomorrow afternoon around 3 o'clock or so, I believe. Is that right, Terry, you think? It's never exact, so I don't be calling it 3 o'clock when it's not going to start until 3:30. So, well, Lady Red didn't work out the way we wanted it to, but that's just the way it goes. So, we're still proud of those girls. Fantastic team. So we'll be back here tomorrow. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Jesse. Go Lady Red.